Says she has and the other evening at CKY Television, longtime talk show host and staff announcer Ray Torgrud was honored at a special retirement party at the CKY studios, marking the end of a 31-year television career. It was an evening of reminiscing, reunions, and well-wishing. Surrounded by friends, colleagues, and longtime regular guests of his morning talk show, Today's World, Ray Torgrud received a warm send-off into retirement. Although he'll be missed by his fans and co-workers, Torgrud says the time was right for his departure.
The industry is changing fantastically at financial and administrative levels, and markets are changing, and the result is that there are certain functions that, in my opinion, at the single station affiliate level are simply no longer going to be there. And I think those kinds of changes are taking place. And so I thought it was wise, that being part of my understanding of the industry, I thought it was wise that I make the decision now, and I think it's the best time to do it.
Earlier this week, Ray Torgrud taped the final installment of Today's World. It featured his weekly nutrition segment, a longtime favorite with the studio crew. Ray Torgrud has been a familiar face on CKY TV since the station went on the air as CJAY in 1960. During his tenure, he's held the positions of news anchor, staff announcer, and talk show host. And for Ray, the old times were the best times.
Most enjoyable time was when we first started, and television was, as I told you before, even without tape recording facilities. And you put together television material, commercials, programs, interviews, the best way you can under the most difficult circumstances. And yet, as time passes and you look back on it, you say, that was the exciting one. That was when we were doing the pioneer work. That was when we were doing things that we weren't smart enough to know we couldn't do. We were too dumb to know that. So we went ahead and did them anyway. And that was the best time.
Those were the good times, but there were bad times as well.
I had a very bad automobile accident a few years ago, about 20 years ago. And there were some moments during the period of recuperation when I sort of thought, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have come here, maybe it was a bad thing to come here, maybe there's a cloud hanging over my head because I came here. You know, you have thoughts like that. They went away, of course, and, and I recovered from it all, and it was fine in the end. But that would have been a low point.
Over the years, Torgrud has interviewed thousands of people, averaging about 260 interviews a year. When asked about his most interesting guest, he didn't hesitate.
Years and years ago, a church lady from Fort Garry was on the program being interviewed, and I cannot even remember now what the subject was. In the course of the interview, she said something to me that stuck with me. And she said, you know, we're going through a period, this was the 1960s by the way, and young people are asking all kinds of profound questions. What are we here for? What's the purpose of our lives? And so on and so forth. And she said, surely by now we've all come to understand that we're here for only one purpose, and that is to serve. I never forgot that. That didn't come from Pierre Burton or from the head of the Anglican Church or anybody like that. It came from a very ordinary lady whose name I cannot even remember, but it stuck with me.
At this point, it's fair to ask, what now?
I regard work as being something that you have to do in order to earn a living. And if you don't have to do it, you're lucky. So I consider myself lucky. And no, I don't have any plans to throw myself back into the workforce in some other way or anything. I know there's the statistic that says if you don't keep busy, you die. No, I understand that. But it's not a reliable statistic. The actual medical fact is that people who begin taking it easy actually live longer. So I happen to have that side of the statistic.
Goodbye, Ray, and we'll miss you. Good luck to you.
Superman.
Yes, he really is. And that about wraps up another night on CKY NewsHour.